Welcome back, lords and ladies. This is going to be the first of several videos in a series instructing you on how to grow and become more powerful. Whether you are in a new kingdom, an old kingdom, a new player, or have been playing for a while, you may find this video content useful. This video is going to be a little bit longer than most because we have a lot to cover today. Today, we're going to be covering gear. Gear is essential for winning battles, for going farther in Spire, for doing better in Merlin trials. It's also useful when you're playing in Alliance versus Alliance or Alliance Conquest because it gets you better stats. So let's get started. As most of you already probably know, gear is forged in your blacksmith. Gear takes scrolls. Scrolls take fragments. You need fragments to synthesize scrolls to get gear. You have different levels of scrolls. These being the highest, grade 5, they are obtained by attacking level 25 and up monsters. Level above 30 really produce the best drop rate. So let's dive into it. Different types of gear can be viewed in the blacksmith. You have weapon. And I'm going to be honest, anything below level 21 is pretty much garbage unless you're talking about farming gear. Farming gear is used to help you get resources faster, to increase your storage protection. It helps you to produce resources faster, to gather resources faster, and to carry more resources with your troops. Level 16 farming gear isn't bad. It still gives you some nice boosts. And we're not really worried about how many gemstones we can fit in it for farming gear, because gemstones do nothing for your farming abilities. But this video is about boosting your stats, so you can play around with farming gear. We're going to cover stats. Perfect example of why gear is important. A while back, with my alternate account, I was level 20. And I went to an alliance for a kill event. And I was able to attack and win in a battle against a level 24 stronghold with higher level troops. Reason why? He did not have good gear at all. He was using gear that was for farming or low level gear. Even this trumps that. See the difference? And it opens up another gemstone socket. That's why I recommend striving for nothing below level 21 blue gear. And of course, this is the king of all the regular gear, the orange. Gives you much better boosts. But it also takes a lot more to get. You can see what you need to forge it here. Diamonds are not as rare as they used to be. They drop pretty frequently in barbarian chests and monsters. But they still take a while to get. So you definitely want to have gear while you're trying to get higher level gear. You go to helmet. And you'll see there's different types of war gear. You have gear that's geared for attack. And you have gear that's geared for defense. Why is this defense? Because you have trap attack. Trap attack is only useful if you're being attacked. But I have this. So I'm not going to switch out. I'm not going to lose all of these boosts just to give my traps a boost. But if you have this kind of gear, chances are you don't need to watch this video because you already know what I'm talking about. You have your armor. You have your boots or greaves. You have your amulet. And you have your ring. So how do you forge gear? You forge gear by synthesizing scrolls. So let's get a few scrolls so we can synthesize one. You can obtain them by attacking monsters, or if you have enough gold, you can just go ahead and buy them. You go to your bag, go to store, go to chests. We're going to buy grade 1 because they're the cheapest. And we're going to go ahead and open them up. Collect them. You can see our blacksmith shop is telling us we have some we can synthesize. You see that by that scroll there with the question mark. So we click on it, go to armory, go here, go to synthesize. We got the pike. We're going to click on view. If we want to forge this, you go to blacksmith. It's already selected. We're going to click on forge. When it's done, you tap on it. So, now we have a piece of gear. We want to equip that gear. To equip it, you have to have an open slot. To do that, you go here. You see how there's this blank space with a red bubble? That's telling us we have something we can put in there. We'll go to our piece of equipment that we just forged, select it, and click equip. We have just equipped that piece of equipment. Obviously, I don't want to keep that there. So now we have something we want to forge, but we need those materials. You can get them back. You go to your equipment. We find the piece that we want to dismantle to reclaim the materials. Select it. Go to dismantle. And dismantle it. We just got all those materials back. Let me show you what I mean. I'm going to go to my alternate account. In my alternate account, I'm a level 22 with all blue gear. As we discussed, level 21 gear gives you much better boost than level 16 gear. When you're attacking, you always want to have your war gear embedded. You do not want to go attacking with farm gear. Farm gear does nothing for your attack. I would not want to attack with this. That is for defense. I do not want to attack with this. That is for construction. I want to be attacking with my war gear, my attacking gear. Because its boosts are specifically for attacking and to benefit my troops. I want to make my troops as powerful as possible. I want my enemy to feel my attack. I do not want to lose. So you want to have your war gear equipped whenever you're being attacked or attacking. You also want your war gear equipped when you are in Spire. Having war gear equipped will help you go further. Here is an attack I did recently, just to show the difference. I have not spent a dime on this war gear, nor the gemstones embedded in it. So these stats are totally achievable for a free player, and you should use this as a baseline of what you should be wanting to achieve. So let's assume that this guy that I attacked, he was a level 26 stronghold with these stats. And he had 500,000 troops. Would I have won? Probably. Buffs and stats are everything. Your gear is the best way to improve your stats, and you can do that without spending a dime. Besides from your gear, you have your gemstones. You have different kinds of gemstones. I have all Valor gemstones on this account. Let's go ahead and jump back over to my main, and I'll explain more in detail. Gemstones make a huge difference. Let's look at the different types of gemstones. These are the ones that you get throughout various points in the game, from different events, from chests. They're really not that great, I'm going to be honest. I mean, some stats are better than none, granted. But the trend here is they only benefit one type of troop. Infantry, cavalry, and bow. And each gem gives you either a health, attack, or defense. So what's the difference between those gems and, say, these gems here? They benefit all three types of troops. And what's this guy? These gems fit in level 21 or higher ring and necklace amulet. They're a little bit harder to get. These ones are also hard to get. But again, you see you have attack, you have health, and you have defense. Now you can only have 2 of these gems equipped in your gear. So you can either have attack and health and defense, but you can't get all 3. But with this guy, you can. And you can have 2 of these equipped, one in your ring and one in your amulet. These are the next ones up. They are much harder to get. For the time and energy it would take to get these, I'd definitely recommend getting these. But you need these first, because these are obtained for free in the Magic Spire. These gems right here. But you got to work up to get to that level to be able to gather, get the crystals you need, unlock these gems, and you get 10 a day. I recommend taking your 10 fragments a day. You need fragments to synthesize those gems. What do I mean by fragments? This is exactly what I mean. These are Valor gemstone fragments. You should know by now that Valor gemstone fragments are obtained for free during the gold event, the troop training stage, and the kill stage. You get them for free in Portal, and you get them for free with Fallen Knights. You can also obtain them for free in the Spirit Shop. For the purpose of this video, I'm going to go ahead and add a few of these. I see we're out of them. I'm just going to add 100. I'm an R4, so I can do that. It takes 24 coins to buy 1 fragment. And it takes 100 fragments to synthesize 1 raw Valor gemstone. Once you have a gemstone synthesized, you can embed it in your gear. I wish I had a gemstone I could summon and synthesize for you now. But basically the way that works is when you click on your gemstone, you click use and it takes you to the summoning altar. And you can summon one of these types of gemstones. So you need to know what kind you need. Easiest way to know what kind you need is to take a look at your gear. You notice each one of these sockets is a different shape in your gear. See, there's a square. You want to make sure you summon the corresponding gemstone. So once you have your gemstone synthesized, you click on the socket you want to fill, and it shows you any gemstone that will fit in there. We're going to click on our Valor gemstone. We're going to embed it. Now you notice the other one didn't appear because it does not fit in that socket. The ring and the necklace are a little bit different. You have two Valor gemstones that can fit in there, and you have a Conquest stone socket. So let's go ahead and reclaim. You notice only the Conquest stone came up because that's the only one that fits in that socket. It looks very similar to the jewel. The jewel is also similar shaped, but it's different. We'll cover that in a minute. So we're going to go ahead and embed them. Now if we go to the jewel, it's very similar in shape. Keep that shape in mind. But it's different shape. This one has more sides. I get a lot of questions. Well, I have a jewel. Why won't it fit in this socket? It's because it's not for a socket. It's for a Conquest stone or a Champion gem or a Gallantry stone. They're unique, but they give you troop health, troop attack, and troop defense. There's a whole lot to cover with gemstone, guys, and I really encourage you to poke around. Get your sockets filled. Gemstones make a huge difference. They're key. It's great boosts. I mean, you saw I have blue level gear in my alternate account, and I have Valor gemstones in all the sockets, and it really makes a difference in your stats. So I definitely encourage you to get your 10 of these a day. Work on getting those, but also work on your Valor gemstones because you still get boosts for them. They're not the best. They used to be the best, but they're not anymore, such as this game goes. So I encourage you to poke around in your armory. Take a look at the different gemstones you can get. Really strive to get yourself some of these. Like I said, they are obtained for free. Get those fragments. Summon the gemstone that you need and embed it. I have seen accounts that have been playing just as long as I have, and they have no Valor gemstones embedded. Chances are they have the fragments to synthesize them. Folks just don't know how to use them. So in simple, once you have your fragments, you go to growth, you're going to click on that, you're going to click synthesize, you have enough, you'll click synthesize. And it's going to pop up with another gemstone here, and it's going to be a whole gemstone. You'll click that, you'll click summon. You pick the gemstone that you want, and then you embed it in your gear. Okay, real quick, guys. I think I was actually able to get enough coins to go ahead and buy some fragments from our spirit store, so I can show you exactly how to summon a gemstone. Just go with 100. So now we have those fragments. We're going to go to growth. There they are. We're going to click on it. We're going to click synthesize. We got a gemstone. You see the difference? There it is right there. Those are the fragments. That's our gemstone. Before you summon it, make sure you know what kind you need, because you do not want to summon the wrong one, because there is no undoing that. So we're going to go to our armory. Go to our equipment. We'll go to the ring, we'll say. We need a square gemstone. See the square slot? So we're going to go back to growth. We're going to click on use. Here's the summoning altar. This little plus sign floating around. Click on that. Now here's the gemstones that you can summon. We need the square one. So we're going to click on it. We're going to click confirm. Click summon. We got our Valor Stone. Now, the Valor Stone is back in your inventory. Click on it. Click on use. Go to armory. Now we're going to go to that piece of equipment we need it in. We're going to select it and select embed. And that's all there is to it, guys. You just put your first Valor gemstone in. Continue doing that until you have all your slots filled. Like I said, keep working on getting those fragments for the better stones, the soul gems. They are summoned and used the same way as Valor gemstones. Keep working on gathering fragments for gear. You gather that by killing monsters and barbarian camps, but mostly by killing monsters. The drop rate is pretty decent now. It's gone up. You can also get it by gear, as we bought, or by gold, as we bought those fragments in the store. The grade 5 is the level 21. See, it tells you. And that's it, guys. We just covered all the basics with gear. Now, granted, there's a whole lot more that can be covered. Farming gear, defense gear. I encourage you to poke around in the blacksmith. Take a look at each type of gear. Get an idea of what you want to achieve. Like I said, I would use this as a benchmark. I really wouldn't focus on forging much less. Focus on this. If you are level 21 Lord, definitely go ahead and start forging some of this gear. It's going to give you 3 possible gemstone sockets, plus 30% boost on your attacks. That'll definitely do you pretty nicely, and you'll be able to get into the 300% mark for your boosts when you attack people. That'll get you farther in Golem, or further in Merlin Trials, farther in Spire. It'll get you better rewards when you play Golem. You'll do better in Alliance versus Alliance. I'm not saying you'll be able to take down the top dog in your kingdom, but you'll definitely be able to do a lot more things with this game and grow better. It all starts with your gear, guys. If you have any questions, please feel free to drop a comment below. And as always, have a great day.